Hello my planner friends, it's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I'm going to be doing my Plan With Me video for the week of December 5th through the 11th. What I'm going to do before I kind of start the voiceover is I wanted to show you just a couple of things that I've decided to use for this spread. So I'm debating on whether I want to go with like Winter Wonderland theme, or the other option that I may go with, that I'm actually leaning towards. So from this book that I got at Hobby Lobby, the North Pole Productions, it was $19.99, but of course I bought it when it was 50% off, so it was $10. And I want to tell you that I have gotten my money's worth. I know this looks like a lot of paper left, but this is probably half the paper is gone. So I've definitely got my money's worth out of this. I'm really loving this packet still, and I just love this Santa Claus. He's so cute. One of the cut aparts in this this book, this paper pack, was this little cut apart, and it says Frosty the Snowman. And I have this little snowman dude from, I believe I got it at either the 99-cent store or the Dollar Tree last year, and I never used it, and I would love to use it in this spread. I'm kind of thinking about using this together. So I'm just still debating on whether I want to use the Winter Wonderland or kind of the Frosty the Snowman. The reason why I'm kind of going towards Frosty the Snowman is because as usual, I always try to add more color. So I want to have at least 3 colors in my spreads, so that way when I pull labels to use throughout the week, I have different options. And I feel like if I do the Winter Wonderland theme, it's going to be hard for me. I mean, technically this is 3 colors because it's white, blue, and black, but I don't know, I just feel like I think I would like it better if I had more color in my planner layout. So I guess I'm going to just basically cut the paper and kind of make a decision as I go along, because I do have a lot of great little snowflake stickers and cut aparts, and I've even got some vellum pieces that I might want to try to use. I've got this little rubber sticker. So I'm just going to basically figure it out as I go along. One thing that I do want to also bring up is I pulled a bunch of this paper. So if I do decide to go with this theme, the Frosty the Snowman, this was part of one of the pages in here. So this page right here, so this is a 12 by 12 paper pack, right? So obviously my Happy Planner is not 12 by 12, so there's no way I would ever use this piece of paper. I have actually used this part already on one of the pages. I cut the Santa Claus out, and I used it in one of my planner, or one of my embellishment pages. But basically what I did is I cut this piece off of this corner here. I don't know if you can tell, but I cut this piece off this corner. So because I loved the fact that it was the snowflake theme, and so I definitely can get at least 1, probably 2 planner boxes out of this. I'm planning on using this as my main piece of paper, which came from this paper pack, and so I thought this was a great accent piece to maybe cut a couple boxes out of this as well. So that's kind of the plan for that. And then the other thing is I thought, well, I could definitely use this piece because it's the same exact blue. So I'm definitely going to use a couple of pieces on this so I can have some solid boxes. And so I know, oh, and there's this one too that I kind of was thinking about using. So I have a lot of options. The other thing, just to throw something else in the mix, I don't know if any of you have ever seen, do you guys have ever seen this pack? It's one of the Hot Buys in that like Hot Buy section at Michael's. I was looking at this and I picked it up. I've picked this thing up like at least 10 times and flipped through it. Because I'm not really like a typical calendar girl. Like I don't have like a calendar on my wall. And this is basically like a scrapbook calendar where it actually gives you places to like cut out pictures. And I don't know, I just don't think I would do that. The reason that I ended up getting it was because it was actually only like $3.50, because as many of you may know, my son works at Michael's, so when the Hot Buys are $5, I actually get them for $3.50 because I get 30% off even sale items. So I'm like, for $3.50, I'm gonna get this, because honestly, just like this image right here is darling. Like this little image I could cut out. I love this little box here for journaling. I can use the the months of the year if I want to. I can use all of the dates if I want to. Look at all these little sweet images. Like this one, I'm thinking about either using that one. There's a Valentine's Day one. I'm thinking I'm going to actually use this one. And I love this Choose Happy. So I think I might just cut this part out and maybe even use this as some of my backing for my paper. And then the other thing that I really love is in the back, they have all these stickers. Look at all these cute stickers that are back here. I'm just obsessed with this paper. I'm like, this, just the stickers alone are worth it to me. Like, this is worth it to me just for the stickers alone. So, yeah, so the reason, oh, and then I thought I'm definitely going to try to use this little sticker right here for one of my labels. So we will see what happens. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start the voiceover now. All right, so I ended up cutting that calendar, and I did leave the part where it says December and the dates on the back just to have those available to me if I want to use them. And I went ahead and cut this little cut apart out. And when I cut it, I decided I wanted to use keep the red and white stripe on the borders, because I did ultimately think I was going to use that Frosty the Snowman in the middle of this page. I didn't end up doing that, but at this time when I was cutting it, I thought I was going to. So I was just cutting it out and cutting in little squares. I think I've got like 3 or 4 squares out of that little cut apart piece. And then I cut that one in the corner, and then I was, just kind of doing some layout here. And then I went ahead and cut the little holly part out. I kept the holly on the corner there. And then I took that one, and when I was looking at that, I really liked the little dots at the top. So I did cut a couple of squares where the dots were at the top of or on the side of the little box. And I know that didn't make any sense what I just said, but you'll see here in a second what I mean. And there you go. See how I kind of used those little balls, those little dots on the side as part of the design. I liked those little dots, so I decided to use them. And then I think I got 2 out of that. Actually, I think I got 3 little pieces out of that, so that was perfect. And then, of course, I wanted to pull in my inspiration piece for this layout, so I just got a couple of boxes from that one. And then my Choose Happiness little faux washi design there, I just kind of fussy cutted that around and got that cut out. And I'm going to put that in the side panel after a minute here. And then that paper came from the calendar, so I'm just cutting it out to use some of the pieces. I wanted that big snowflake there, so I trimmed that out so that I could use that snowflake. I end up using that border piece for the dates at the top, which you'll see here in a moment. And I'm just going to get all the pieces cut out. And I wanted to use that little arrow. I thought that was a cute little design element, so I just cut that piece so that it had that arrow going down the page. All right, so here is the fun part where I play with all the paper and get frustrated because it's not looking right. All right, so when I was doing this, I really wanted to use that Frosty the Snowman. And it just wasn't working. The layout just wasn't coming together with that there. I didn't like that it didn't fit very well in that little middle section. I did try it on the other side, but then I really didn't like it there either. And then I thought I wanted to use the red and white stripes, but that just, I wasn't feeling that either. So you can see I just tossed that little thing. I'm like, it's not working, so I'm just going to toss it. So I tossed it. And then I end up tossing the red and white stripes too, because I'm like, it's just not working. And if it doesn't work, then it's not working. So what I did bring out back those two pieces because I did want that solid color. I felt like the pattern paper was too much. I felt like I needed at least a couple of boxes with a solid color on it. And of course that I left a lot of the white space. But I am going to cover up those red, white, and blue, or red, white, the red and white stripes with washi tape here in a minute. Okay, so I went ahead and got some of those papers cut, glued down, and including that sticker that came from Mambi, and it says build a snowman. So I live in California and not in the mountains of California, so there's no snow where I am, but I do plan on doing a DIY project, and one of the DIY projects that I plan on doing is a snowman, and I thought that was cute. So I went ahead and put that there because I'm planning on doing that on Tuesday night since my game night has been canceled this week. And I do ask that you just forgive me. I am just getting off having a cold, so I might sound a little bit nasally. So I do apologize for that. All right, so there you go. I went ahead and covered up that stripe with that washi, and I think it turned out really cute. All right, so I know these are technically stickers, and I should wait till sticker time to put these down, but I actually did this on purpose because I wanted to talk to you about these stickers. I've had these stickers in my stash for a long time and have never been able to use them on any of my layouts, and I was really excited that this layout was perfect for them. So I cut them up and put them on there. And then as you can see, that side is already glued down. And then I just added another piece of that washi on that side just to kind of balance out the two sides. And then I went ahead and I wanted to put that Choose Happy, like I said, in the side panel over there. And I decided to just cover the whole thing with some label paper. This is just a scrap piece that I had, and I just decided to use that to cover that side panel. And then I went ahead and got that glued down. And once that gets glued down, it is going to be time for sticker time. I wanted to use this snowman sticker in my layout, but it wasn't really fitting on the page. And I actually had it laying on top of my planner spread. And I was like, what can I do? How can I use it? And as I was laying there, I was like, brilliant. I'm just going to put it on a clear plastic thing and then have it as a little embellishment piece. So that's what I did. And as I was doing that, I forgot that I needed to put my scripture on my layout. So I went ahead and did that. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I basically just took that sticker. I had one of those little A5 page protector things, and I just used my fuse tool and fused it up. And after I added some glitter, I'd added some white glitter to the bottom, and so it kind of looks like snow at the bottom. And then I just put that little sign that says "Today is a gift," because the little snowman has a gift in his hand, and I thought that was a cute little tagline. And what I did with the top of it is, since it's like a ribbon, I cut the plastic so that it went along with the little ribbon on the top. And what I'm doing here is I'm trying to make sure that when I'm putting it on the page, when it's on the layout, that it kind of covers up that today, because I didn't want it to say today and then say today inside. I don't know, I'm weird about that sort of stuff. So I wanted it to cover up that today page. And I wasn't going to be able to put this in my Happy Planner spread because it doesn't, I mean, my Happy Planner punch, because it doesn't work with plastic like this. So I just using the old punch the holes and then add the slits in it method of getting it into the planner. And then I'm going to go ahead and get it in the planner. And then once I do that, I'm actually going to just do a little bit of planning this time around. Not really a whole lot going on this week in regards to planning. I'm definitely going to be really busy at work, so I just put a little thing that said "so busy." I just wanted to put a little sticker that said DIY project. And then, let's see, I do have a meeting on Monday, so I went ahead and added that in there. I went ahead and put a to-do list on Wednesday, just because I did need to get some laundry done and probably some additional chores. And I think that's pretty much it. I think I add one more thing on Saturday, and then I have a planner night on Friday. And that's pretty much it. So that's all I have for you today. I definitely will have some pictures at the end like usual. Thanks, guys. Bye.